Okay, today is August 6th, and this is Team Incredible, and we are talking about Facebook business pages at the moment. And we are talking about how to link Post My Party to your Facebook business page. So, things that are different on your business page than your personal page. When you set up a group on a Facebook business page, you end up getting a invitation to your own personal profile as well. So normally you have to add somebody to a group. When you create a group, it automatically adds, you're creating it as Sue's business page, and it's automatically going in as Sue Moulton, my personal profile. You need to go into that group and make your personal profile an admin to that group every single time. So if you don't do that, it can't post. And that also allows you to toggle between, I'm talking as Sue the business page, Sue the personal page. You can click a button and you can be commenting. Like one time I said, private message me, and I'm like, they said they didn't. I didn't realize it was popping up in my business private messages, because I was looking on my personal page, like, where is she? I can't find her. So she was private messaging my business page, which is a whole different place. And when they private message on your business page, you can't click on their name and talk back to them that way. You can't go to their profile photo even from your business page. Like on your personal page, if somebody private messages you, you click on their name and it brings you to their profile picture, and you can kind of scroll and see, oh, they have kids. And then I give them recipes that relate to their children or something, you know? But when you're on your business page, it doesn't link you to that person. So it's a whole different level of distance on a business page. So you can toggle back and forth between both. So if you're commenting by your own person and you say private message me by this profile, they can find which profile. Make sure you have two different photos of yourself on both of those. Good job, Cindy. All right. Any last questions before I move on? All right, we're good. I'm just going to make sure that I can screen share. Whoops. My next thing. So we are talking about overcoming objections. And so we talked about the importance of having a couple of bookings, 6 bookings or 8 bookings. I'm hearing feedback. Here we go. That must be Lori. 6 or 8 bookings per week, so that you have an overflow of bookings when they cancel. So here are some of the common concerns. If somebody says, you're asking if they want to host a show, how many of you guys have heard, I'm too busy? Raise your hand. Have you heard that? Oh, I'm too busy? Yeah, that's a common one. So we do, Paper Chef teaches what's called CARE, C-A-R-E. Check for understanding. So sounds like you've got a lot going on this month. Is this month especially busy over other months? Okay, so I got a response of, yes, I have kids going to college or whatever. I mean, there's reasons that one month might be more busy than another. I'm a teacher, I'm getting my classroom set up and ready. Okay, acknowledge their feeling. A is acknowledge. I'm sure it's really hard to be thinking about adding anything to your schedule. I'm going to give you these word choices too, guys. Or I'm going to give it to one of the people that can post it for me. R, respond with clarifying questions. Many of my hosts are really busy, so I try to make it really easy for them. And part of my service is to, and this is related to live cooking shows, sending out the invitations or making your reminder phone calls. Or I'll create a new one that I just started today is I created an image that people can post on their Snapchat or Instagram, an image, and I give it to them, the hostess, that they can upload for people that aren't on Facebook, because that's now a real issue. And then E is extend the invitation again. Does that make hosting seem more appealing if I took care of all the invitations and stuff like that? Would you be interested in looking at some of our available dates? And if the answer is no, then you roll that into, well, would you be interested in doing a catalog or a Facebook party or that type of thing? So CARE, the next one, everyone's on vacation. I hear that a lot in the summer, and I laugh because no matter what week of the year you host a show, somebody's going to be on vacation, right? So I always say, so again, it sounds like you're concerned that your party won't be a success. Is that right? And they're like, yeah, I really, I want to have everybody show up there. It's then acknowledge it's totally normal for you to be worried about having a good turnout. What I usually find is that if we just over invite people and we make sure that your best friends, your sister, your mom, and those people that you're closest to, if that date works for them, somebody's always going to be on vacation. So how about we just brainstorm on what night would work for the people that you're closest to, and we work from there. And those that can come, and those that can't can order from the link. How does that sound? So C, then we move them to A, then we move them to respond. It would be helpful if we brainstormed on people we could invite, and we're giving them an example on what to do. If they can't come, they can place an order from the link, and then we're going to extend the invitation again. So I want to hear from you guys. I have more objections that people often ask, but I'd love to hear from you guys. What are some of the ones that you have heard for objections so that we can CARE them? You'll have to unmute. Anybody? Anybody having any problems getting bookings?
I did have a friend of mine. I know she's busy and she's got some things going on, but she was just like, I can't do it in July. And I said, okay, August, I have a couple dates open. She said she couldn't. Then she's like, I can't really do it. I have to wait until after school starts because she teaches at a school.
Okay.
I said, okay, fine. Then I gave her 2 other dates for that. So I'm still waiting back to hear from her on that. I think she will do the party, but I just feel that hesitation of pushing off and pushing off and pushing off.
Yes.
So, I mean, what she really wants is the cooker, the quick cooker.
Quick cooker, which is August. She can get it for $96.
I know.
So here's what I might say. You're doing virtual parties, Dory, or live?
Yes.
Okay.
Just virtual.
So here's what I would say. Hey, Samantha, I know that you really want to wait until we get till you get back into school, and I totally respect that, and I am not pressuring you at all, but I had this thought. I know you really want the quick cooker, and we can get it in your hands for $96 this month. And all of your friends are teachers anyway, and they're going to get super busy. So most people don't know what they're doing a month from now, but they know what they're doing a week from now. If I called you and said, hey, Samantha, can you come over for a barbecue? You're going to say yes or no. You're going to know what you're doing Friday night. How about we just do a quick 3-day show, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? I'll just post a few things. I'll post the quick cooker. I'll post a quick video, and then I'll come Facebook Live, and I'll show off your 3 favorite tools that you want your friends to see. And we can wrap it up that way. What do you think about that?
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who else?
For that, because that's easy.
Yeah, 3-day, make it fast, go
Yep.
live, let her pick the tools she wants to see. Like, I'm starting to rethink how I am going to be host coaching my hostesses, because at the beginning, I was having huge successes and huge parties, and I've not been having that lately. So I'm not sure if it's my template. I'm not sure if it's because I can't engage as often and as quickly because Facebook has, choked me.
I do know that a lot of my people say that we post way too much. A lot of posts in a day. People don't want, I think they like to see the products and they like to hear about it, but the posts are overwhelming sometimes.
I agree.
Tried to maybe combine 2 or, mention it or that kind of thing.
I do 4 photos, and 1 is good. Post My Party is having a training. Oh, I think it's tomorrow. I'm not sure when. I'm going to have to look it up. There is a training on Post My Party that they're talking about how to have a successful show. So I think that might be worthwhile to go to, listen to. It's online. And I was just looking to see if I could find it.
Can I add something?
Yes.
Okay. Since I've been running for my business page, I've been doing one post per hour, just one post. One post per hour, and it's everything is a recipe. There's a recipe attached to everything that I do, at least one recipe, sometimes 4, sometimes 6, but it's all recipes based instead of product based. And I've been getting amazing results from that.
Yep, people definitely love recipes. How many shows are you running, Christine, now?
Right now, I just closed one last week, one this week, the other day, and one just started. So they're kind of overlapping each other, but they're not running at the same time.
Okay. So that's kind of the, like it's hard to tell. Like if you have 10 shows running all at the exact same time and they are backing up, like they're posting one post at 10 o'clock and then 10:05, 10:10, of Post My Party, seeing like all these photos being posted constantly. So it'll be interesting to see if we end up in jail with that. But I agree, recipes are key. People love that. But Dory, I'm getting the same feedback. Too many posts, too much information. Post My Party is saying the same thing. Some of my friends who are upper level directors that I saw at conference and I saw on the trip in Hawaii said they're posting just like 4 times a day. They're posting 4 times a day for 5 days. So interesting. Oh, great, Dory. You found the join us. Awesome. So
Is that it?
Yeah, that's probably it. I just saw it pop up. It's a webinar on the 11th. Yes. Can you post that on our team page so that other people can sign up for that?
You get to choose the 11th or the 15th.
Perfect. Yeah, if you could post that there so that people could click on it and they can sign up for it so that they can take the class. And if you can't take the class at that time, you get the replay. You get the replay back. So I think it'll be important for all of us to be on the same page. Okay, so let me just go back to my training to just see. I don't want to miss anything here, but I want to leave it open for Q&A. All right, so the main lesson for Nemo is just keep swimming, good old Dory. So this business is often an ebb and flow. Wendy's been around a long enough time that she and I can tell you that it's a roller coaster. You're going to do really well and you have lots of bookings and you're going to be on the peak, and then all of a sudden it'll, dip down. And July is a common month for it to dip down. July is typically, that happens every year. And then it starts to pick back up, and you have to pick back up in August because August shows will start hitting the bookings for your September, and you want to be booked solid come September, because September to December, we sell more Pampered Chef products than any other time of the year. So you guys could be doubling or tripling your volume in these time frames if you work that well. Let's see. So if you want to earn income consistently, and if you want to earn a trip, then and obviously moving up in the career plan, becoming a team leader, and then a director, and then an advanced director, etc. When you hit director, the points for your trip go down. It's less work to go on a trip. The higher up you get in the career plan, so that's good. But also working your business and working your customers consistently and having a system to do that. So let's just address that for a second. You could be digital, maybe you're paper. I'm a little bit of both. I aspire to be digital, but I have to hold my daytime on calendar. So in my calendar on my phone, every single day, there are notices that say follow up with. And then in the notes section underneath, it'll say somebody's name and it'll say what was going on. Guest at Jen Stark's party 2016, having a baby, getting married, and blah, blah, some note about it. And then when I follow up with her, like if I have a recruit lead and I say, come to fall kickoff, I'd love to have you come and experience what Pampered Chef is all about, and I invite her and I don't get a response, I'll take that date and I'll move her 2 months into my calendar. It's so easy to move it that way. Or again, if you're using these peel and stick Post-it notes, you can just peel her up and move her to another month. It's easy to move those people without having to keep rewriting it. I'm all about let's be efficient. So I move it in my calendar, but I keep writing notes underneath it. 8/6/19, Facebook messaged, and then I rotate her another month or two. So now you try layering. This is called layering communication. So I've tried emailing, no response. I've tried Facebook messaging, no response. Now I'm going to look up her phone number and I'm going to text her. Because you don't know what's going on in people's lives. Do not assume that they're ignoring you. Those of us who have been in business long enough have many of stories where we have reached out to somebody 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and then they say, oh my God, thank you for not giving up on me. I was in the middle of a divorce, or, my kid got diagnosed with diabetes, or one lady was like, I was studying for the bar exam and I can't think of anything else. And then she didn't pass. So she was studying again to retake the bar. So, you don't know what's going on in people's lives unless they say the words to you, I'm all set, I'll reach out to you when I'm ready. Unless they say those words to you, you keep rotating them into your follow-up. So part of what I do, and these are just tips. So I have these 2 pocket folders that I got at, now's the time to get them, Walmart. They're going to be super cheap, right? It's back to school. And in them, in the front, I have all of my past hostesses, like this is the December folder. These are hostesses that have hosted in December. And potential hostesses, people who said, talk to me before the holidays, or I can't do anything for a couple of months. I move them into a folder that has that month on it. And then when I run out of bookings, guess what I've been doing? Pulling these out. I find texting kind of works better, but I have all kinds of notes right on here. This is Wendy Clatterby, and she lives up in Moultonboro, and she's building a home, and she said to talk to her after the holidays. Now, here's the mistake that I didn't do early on. Put the year on all of your paperwork, because I don't know what year this was. This could have been 2018, 2017, 2015. I have no idea when she built her house, but I could stalk her on Facebook and see. So write yourself, the little tip for you guys, write the note on it, but write yourself notes about the people that you meet and what they say, and then whether you use paper or whether you just rotate it in your calendar, that will help you with your follow-ups. Okay, I'm opening for questions again. Somebody's typing. All right, any questions? All right, so I'm going to keep going. Let me just tell you that having a overbooked calendar, like we talked before. Oh, it's Cindy. Recipes. By the way, there's a group chat here. Okay. Okay, great. Thanks. Thank you, Cindy. There's a group chat on the side. If you ever are at a place where you can't get audio or whatever, you can always chat in on the side bar. Overbooking is important. So you need 20% more than what you are hoping to earn. So if an average consultant earns $120 per show on a live cooking show, and you need $1,000 a month, you probably need to be booking a couple of shows a week to get there. So you definitely want to have bookings as your priority. So I'm going to show you a little chart that I keep right in front of me. You guys see this? I want you guys to draw this out. You're going to draw a peace sign. Okay, draw a peace sign on a piece of paper. Peace sign. And then in the bottom section, you're going to split that in half. This is very important. This is your RSVP. This is where your time needs to be spent on your business. You can spend a lot of time doing busy work and getting organized and setting up Excel spreadsheets and organizing your day timer and doing your planner and all of that stuff. That does not produce income. Your own personal recruiting and your own personal sales should be 2/3 of your time that you've allotted. So most people who work a part-time job work somewhere between 12 and 20 hours a week. If you went and got a job for the holidays at Macy's, they would expect you to work somewhere between 12 and 20 hours a week, right? So you want to divide that in thirds. So 7 hours a week. We'll assume 21 hours, or we'll say 6 hours a week. So 6 hours a week should be spent on cultivating your hostesses to be recruits of yours and join your team, and to be reaching out to people that you see on Facebook that are complaining that they lost their job, or that they need, you know, a new car, or that they don't have enough money, or whatever. Okay? 6 hours needs to be spent on your own personal sales. That is your bookings. How are you getting your bookings? Following up with your future potential bookings. So today, I popped up on my calendar to follow up with this girl who had said she was interested, but to follow up with her later in the summer. So I reached out to her on Facebook and said, hey, you said late summer, it's late summer, you know, here's the great special, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, all right, great. What do I need to do? And then now, of course, I'm in Facebook jail, so I can't set up her show, but she's ready to do a show. So, but I rotated her in my calendar. So RS. And then VP, very new people. So those are our newbies who just joined our team. And your performers, the people who are consistently selling, you know, $1,000 to $2,500 on your team are your performers, because those are your next directors, and you need to spend a little bit more time cultivating directors on your team. Now, it doesn't mean that you're not going to be talking to everybody on your team, because that's what these team meetings are for. So as you start building an organization, your team meetings, you're going to invite your consultants to join the first and third Tuesdays of every month, so that they get training, one-on-one training with us, and group training. And they'll get one-on-one training with you. But our SVP is where you want to be spending your time. So if you find yourself a little out of whack and you're spending too much time in one area or another, you'll know how to balance that out. All right, anybody else have any questions? I'm gonna leave the last couple minutes open, and I'm gonna sign off early tonight. So now you guys can all unmute. Anything you want to ask.